What brings you?
This person has no inner monologue.
This incredibly hot place.
Yeah.
And Niles is not a very
manly name, yes.
not manly.
He seems like a weak and pathetic human.
But then Breakbone.
Very interesting.
Perhaps overcompensating.
I think that maybe one time when he was young, he broke a bone. That is what I think. Anyway.
Niles breaks bone.
Niall breaks his own bones. Ah, yes. By the way, for other people who are at the bar, boy, is she boisterous. Very loud, no inner
I'm
monologue.
gonna say that I went up to the room with you, Zandala, but I can hear it.
Yeah, sure.
I can still.
No,
I can faint
you're
it.
like.
It's supposed to be quiet here.
So you're going out to the jungle.
Well, I was led to believe I could simply buy a horse in the city, ride to the camp. Now, this, between the terrains and the conditions, is clearly not possible.
Do they even have horses here?
No! There are no
What about a
horses.
dinosaur?
I am not versed in land terrain vehicles, including and not limited to dinosaurs.
What? You were gonna get a horse?
Different story. It's a horse of a different color, not a triceratops of a different hue.
There you go.
I don't know. Anyway,
Can I hop in real quick? Since
Of course.
you do pause. I think Rowan is up at the room. I don't know if Toffarian and Dolan are here, but Camp Vengeance we've heard of before.
Yes, we have.
Eshik's whole prophecy about seeing someone in like Umbala, like that place. Camp Vengeance is near that place.
Yeah.
So, what
Eshik.
did Eshik say?
No, he spoke about Orolunga, east of Mambala.
Sure. Okay. But I assume.
No, I'm just letting you know.
I would still assume Umbala's not that far away. You don't say like, oh yeah,
Right.
live on Long Island. It's
Yeah.
east of California.
Yeah, he said
I
that.
assume like if we were to go there, like
Right.
yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway, I'm just throwing
Mambala.
out there.
Right. At the very least, he knows Mambala is, from speaking to porters, near Camp Vengeance.
Right. This is related to things
Yeah.
we've already.
I mean, we're probably gonna head out that way. Not quite yet.
Really?
In a few days. Well,
Well, let me say this
we have
then.
to go to the jungle. We have to hire guides. You have to make money. And going
Okay.
to the fort is where you make money, but it's super dangerous to get there. So we're trying to get ourselves prepared. Apparently, if they find you out in the jungle, you don't have a piece of paper.
I heard
They
of
kill
this
you.
as well. I am not worried about that.
Also, apparently there are no maps. How do you have a society with no maps?
I don't understand. Apparently uncharted.
Very drab. Olive drab.
Hence no
Yet
maps.
they search it
Like a
constantly.
nice, vibrant
Please.
jungle green
Again, no order.
called jungle green.
Here's the thing. If you are headed into the jungle,
Specifically to Fort Vengeance.
Camp Vengeance.
Yeah, Vengeance.
Yes, I would hope that you would let me join your expedition headed up the river Schoenstar.
That our fortunes converge.
It's incredible.
Torm himself couldn't have planned it better.
Let me tell you too, I have heard, and I'm sure
Let me tell you a little bit about Torm.
I have heard this.
Oh, God, no.
You are going to need some help with Commander Breakbone. I heard he is quite difficult to deal with, which is why they sent me, Silver Tusk.
That might as well be green.
Well, I plan on staying here until such time as I can secure this expedition up the river. Please, call for me. It is only I.
I would
Race
probably,
for
I mean,
number
like,
one.
I assume she's used to be kind of isolated because she's a half-orc. Like, zero, like, unnoticed.
Okay.
Like,
Well, to be
flirty.
clear, I'm
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just saying,
Yeah,
fashion
you,
style. It's a lovely color in real life.
You absolutely have a fantastic time with her, hanging out. You get to know her really well.
Do I like the attach? Do I want to dial it lighter or darker?
You don't like this Tej.
I just thought that's all I
It
Googled,
is.
and that's what came up.
It's
Ooh,
not
like
sweet
this
enough.
outfit.
So you go with the darker amber.
Yeah.
It's got more honey in it. That's your shit.
Gotcha.
It's like a stout. It's like a
I like
Guinness.
yours
Dark
better.
Tej is the way to go, guys.
Dark Tej is better?
Dark brown Tej.
Okay, so that's side quest if you want it.
I'm gonna get late again.
She is the half-orc priest of Torn.
The one with this color better.
So,
Send it right up to the room.
And then we
perfect.
can put, like, SS for
Dolan,
Sylvana.
you want to do anything? You kind of watch this go down. He's still bullshitting.
I just let him handle it because he looks like he's got it completely.
We can just get
Perfect.
a little stickiness.
Yeah,
That's
perfect.
our colors.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck green. Let's go black. Black uniforms with SS for Syndra Sylvain. Yeah, with silver piping. You know,
Gotta be careful with
SS.
that.
Perfect.
SS. This will be our closing.
That- More.
You know what? We'll put the
I
SS.
know, I got you.
We'll put the SS on red armbands. That way we can identify each other quickly at a glance.
Oh, okay.
That got him. That got Mark. That got him.
Wait, did you not get it until that moment? Mark?
That one got him. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Mark popped. That's
Are there any
good.
monotheists we can find?
Kill?
Shoot.
All right. So,
I think I left.
what do you guys want to do?
I'm sorry, I missed all that because Laura and I have been arguing about what color
So-
green is.
I'm going back upstairs.
I don't even. I'll read Mark's
She
notes.
also needs to go along the river.
She's
up
not
to
a guide.
Convergence.
She's also adventure.
Yeah, but she's
Yeah.
like a paladin.
Cool.
So and she's alone.
Yeah.
So
Hey, the more the merrier.
yeah, I mean it's not like we have a whole crew to take.
On a
this.
scale of 1 to 20, how capable did she seem?
I mean, she's a half orc, so at least more capable than I am.
Okay.
She seemed like a half-orc priest.
Okay.
She's like, they can't die really.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh, that would suck if they used their ability, but that counted as dying.
Yeah. That
so
would
they
be,
immediately start to
that
run.
would be cool, right? What do you guys want to do now? You're all up in your rooms. You want to take a long rest? You want to role play anything between each other? You want to talk to? Remember, you got a little girl with you now. She a little drunk girl.
Anna and I are working on.
Yeah, you got halfway across the street, and then good thing you're strong because you ended up just throwing her over your tiny shoulder, which is funny because like her head was, her hair was just dragging on the
Both
ground.
her head and her feet
Yeah.
are dragging on the ground
Yeah.
over her shoulders.
So she definitely
Wasn't Hermia super strong too?
yes, because she needed to be in order to have the armor. Yeah, so that's where you guys are at. You want to do a long rest, or
We
Yeah,
taking
we-
out
we're-
of character break?
what's the matter, Mark?
Can we take an out of character
We're gonna get
break?
green too.
Yeah, we can take an out of character break. Let's take 5.
Yeah.
Use restrooms, get snacks, get
I
drinks.
think I'm gonna go wake him up and feed him again.
I wouldn't wake him up. I would just take him out of the crib and
Thank
just
you,
put him.
yeah.
Yeah, go for it. Just
So I
take
didn't put a
15.
sock on him.
Well,
Wake
if
up
you
on
want to,
Jesus.
this would probably work out great.
I think that's how I do most of my eating,
Take
to be
him.
honest.
Diaper him,
Yeah.
because this way he'll sleep through the rest of the night. Put the sock on him, and then feed him, because if he wakes up, you'll feed him and go back to sleep. I think it's a great plan. Take a few
Can you
minutes.
get back in there?
Totally fine. Yes, thank you. I'm going to make myself a quick cup of coffee. Actually,
Anyway, I'm
Okay. Cool. We will so we're gonna work. Compliment each other nicely, I think. What
stupid rolls.
I always forget. Wait, I always forget with warlocks. So there are 2 things, right?
There's your
Your
deity
well,
and your pact.
your what is that thing when you? What's the first part called?
Deity?
It's not deity.
Patron.
But what's like the category called? Like you?
Patrons.
Yes, but that's not what I'm looking for.
Indications?
No. I'm just gonna look it up because I wanna. It is your patron, but like it's called something different in. Oh yeah, Oh yeah, right. I'm just thinking like there's like way of the or path of the. You're just yeah. So what's your patron? Right. Hexblade, Pact of the Gold.
Well, not yet, but yeah.
Right. Which makes me think of. You know what that makes me think of? Saying Blade twice. You watch plenty of like Nickelodeon kids game shows, all sponsored by Eastpak. Leader of that.
Although right now, I can't really take any hits.
Indeed.
I'm gonna give myself 5 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
I mean, it'll scale with my spell slots. But
Oh, armor of.
I get this.
Yeah, I got that too. I might dump that when I get a little bit stronger.
It was like,
you don't have to dump any invocations you want here again.
Yeah.
it's like, do I want?
That's also, I think that's a spell that I added. Same thing though. I think you can.
Yeah, it's like, do I want that or?
When you learn a new spell, you can drop an old spell. Same deal.
Yeah. In the case of it, you can only drop 1 per time.
It's the same thing with spells.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure with spells you can with spells and invocations, and the thing with spells goes for I think almost any spellcaster. You can, in addition to like learning a new spell, you can replace one of your old ones.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, I don't think wizards can do that because you just add it to your book.
Yeah, because it's in your book, right?
Nerd.
Wizards in their books. I'm really looking forward to level 3 because then I get my pact and I get my familiar.
Yo, you know what I've been doing?
Shit with my familiar.
I can conjure 2-handed weapons.
It's gonna take a while, but bards get magical secrets,
Mm-hmm.
and they can get spells from other classes.
Yeah.
It's dope.
Don't encroach on our warlock in this country, okay?
Yo, I might.
Now that Mark's back, I'm leaving.
You can grab some sweet ranger and paladin shit.
Oh, absolutely.
Before they normally get it.
Can you cast rituals as a bard? Oh yeah, obviously you can because you did that with the language.
Yeah,
Right.
it's got to be yeah. I think it has to be like in the bard list though.
I would think that if you learned a spell from a different spell list, you could still cast it as ritual.
Hopefully.
Like I think ritual casting, like that's like a feature that many spell casting classes got. I don't think it's specific to that.
Yeah, I do have ritual casting.
So I think any spell that you know that could be cast as a ritual, you can cast as a ritual. I don't know. We can double check the rules. I gotta go pee real quick.
Yeah.
No, I was telling Mark. We were in the middle of a conversation.
I'm gonna sell it eventually, but
Keep it till you leave the city.
once at least I can buy something to get me through, you know?
So, if you have like mithril heavy armor, would that work better? Yeah.
Yeah, the problem isn't that it's heavy. The problem is that it's humid. When you're wearing it,
Yeah, that's enough.
yes, right. That not only is it the half cover, which is fine if you're not using the unit, it's the environment and all you get in the you get lights or
We gotta get some fucking. I don't want to say too loud, some salad. We get myself fucking bummer.
Yeah, that too.
Like
It's
post haste. We should have bought some today.
like legit. Though, yeah. Well, before we go out of the
The,
city.
yeah, the city maybe is okay. Right? We're
Yeah.
not in the jungle. There's a breeze off the ocean.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Well, once we actually start traveling, yeah.
So, steal one of the snow dragons from the merchant's house that makes the water cold. And just jam it in your armor. It's gonna be air conditioned. You'll die of cold.
What is, what are the different things do? I don't really know. Warlocks are very confusing to me because
Well,
you have your
they're
patron
super
and your pact.
customizable.
Yeah. I mean, which makes them so cool.
Yeah.
That's why I'm glad I'm finally getting to play one.
dude, that's you know me. That's my fucking
Yeah.
class. I always.
I thought it was really cool. The
I've
first one
wanted
you
to play
played,
Hexblade for a while.
Pact of
It's
the Tone.
really-
Yeah.
where you had all your cool warlock shit, and then
spell
you had
books,
like
yeah.
10 rituals, like 10 different ritual things to cast. It was awesome.
And the nice thing is, again, every level I was like, all right, I never use this ritual. Let's dump that.
Right.
And then like the invocations, you can get shit for free.
Well, there's the one,
Invocations are
the
spells
one that
for
gives you
free.
finished figure, which is you do it at will. So like,
Yep.
you get the 1d8 temp HP, but
1d4.
I think it's 8.
No, it's 1d4 plus something. It's false life. Right? You cast false life on yourself.
It might be like 1d4 plus 4 or something
Yeah.
like that. But like, since it's at will, you just do it till you get a 4.
Right. No, you do it once, and then when you lose those points...
I think you can just, because it replaces it, you can just keep doing it over till you get the max
Typically,
number.
when you gain more more temp hit points, they replace the ones
Yeah.
that you have.
So like, if you only got 5 and you do it again, you get 6. It goes up.
I thought about taking the invocation that lets you cast Mage Armor at will,
Yeah.
but my Dex bonus is only +1. So like my armor class isn't actually like. I guess
Maybe 14.
13 plus 1 is going to be better than 11 plus 1.
Sure, but I mean,
I mean,
it's a whole indication. for that.
I'm also playing this character. Like you're going to be like a fighting warlock,
Yeah.
and I totally plan this guy to be a squishy, back of the battle. Like
Yeah,
helping
I plan on
this
using
kind
like
of guy.
a lot of the temp HP,
Not
a
a
lot
big
of the
tough,
deflective
not a big tough
damage.
character. Which invocations do I have now?
I mean, Agonizing Blast, unfortunately, is just like.
Oh,
super-
Eldritch Sight. I can cast Detect Magic at will. It's awesome. Oh, and Eyes of the Runekeeper. I can read
everything?
all writing. I'm gonna have to ditch one of those temporarily next level. Like maybe I can take it back when I can get more. Because when I get my familiar, I'm gonna get the
The special
with like
eyes.
planer or whatever.
You can read everything, right?
that one I already have. What's it called?
No, can't you do that through your familiar?
Common Celestial.
Shit, what's going on?
Gaze of Two Minds is when you can speak to somebody through their brain.
Oh, Voice of the Chain Master.
Yeah.
You can communicate with your familiar and perceive blah 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 as long as you're on the same plane of
Yeah.
existence. It's normally like 100 feet, and I can speak with my own voice through my familiar.
Go fly back and tell them something.
Yeah, like he can scout out. Like I played this character with the Kobold adventure. Like
You just
Are you gonna pick the imp again?
scout out. I don't have to pick
Pseudo-terror, is
actually.
that
Like
it?
every time you cast it, you're
Pick a new thing.
the way I read it, like I have like a spirit that I summon.
Yeah.
I like to think of it as like I'm summoning the same spirit every time.
Okay.
And,
Changing its
and
form.
I'm getting like my patron.
I think I
is-
read though that the imp is like far and away more superior, and then like a pseudo dragons after that.
Yeah, they all have different abilities. Like even the sprite has like a cool thing. So I picture it like it's the same spirit every time. I would call my familiar the same name,
And
but
then
it might
changes
take
form.
different forms.
Okay, cool. That works for me.
That way I can have a relationship with it. And if the form dies, I think this works well with like I'm an Asimar and a Celestial Warlock.
Right.
Like my
Well, is it Asimar? It's half human, half something.
no, it's not half anything. It is.
They're like
it-
tieflings, so they're like.
Yes. So like sometimes when mommy human and daddy human love each other very much, they have a baby,
They sell it to
but it's an
them.
Asimar instead of a human.
Oh, it's, okay.
It's touched by divinity.
Like
It's
somewhere,
like good down
somewhere in the
syndrome. Up
past,
syndrome.
Joe, it's immaculate.
somewhere in the
It better be
past,
married.
like, there's been some like I forget how they describe it, like like my ancestors had some connection to the divine, to the celestial.
Yeah. Yeah.
And these traits like appear. I'll pull it up.
It's really awkward when they're teenagers, Start like busting out wings and aren't there evil Asimar too? Or not evil, like devilish, I guess. Or fallen, that's right.
Like Satan.
I mean, you could be evil,
It's true.
but I mean, oh yeah. So this is like, Asimar appears as like an example of creating your own race in the DMG before it became like an official one. It says, whereas tieflings have fiendish blood in their veins, Asimar are the descendants of celestial beings. These folks generally appear as glorious humans with lustrous hair, flawless skin, and piercing knives. They often attempt to pass as humans, blah, blah,
Alright, so, if you guys don't want to do anything else in the rooms,
Oh, here we go.
you guys can consider this a long rest.
Cool.
Nice.
Some of you needed it.
Why not a longer?
Why not a long? So this is considered a long rest. The next morning, you wake up, you descend. Oh, well, sorry.
Continental breakfast.
Yeah, before that though, an hour later, food did come up to the room, drinks did come up to the room. It was 2 big, like gallons of tej. One was a light, and one was a dark.
I'm gonna try the light.
Okay,
Gross.
roll a taste check, which would be whatever the fuck you want it to be. Survival, roll survival.
10 plus something.
Yeah, 10 plus survival. Let's hear it.
12.
Okay, I mean, you can take it or leave it.
I like the dark better.
But
The light's okay,
Yeah.
but the medium is garbage.
it's, you know what the medium is? They literally pour the 2 of those together.
It's the worst of both.
Yeah, they make really
They
good
take
light.
the best parts and both of them, remove them,
Yep.
and then you have what's
They
left.
make really good light. They make really great dark, and then they mix them together for the medium.
No, it's just
It's like a
I
bowl
like-
of roast.
Tej heavy. That's what I do.
So the food did come up. It was these. There was 5 trays of fruit and like 4 trays of cheese.
These guys don't fuck around with this.
Yeah, they loaded you guys up, and these 2 gallons of tej. You guys
You can
had
tip these
quite
guys so well.
a large amount of food. The next morning, continental breakfast. As you come down, they
What do they
say,
got?
"Oh, you fucking nailed it! All sorts of meats, lots of eggs."
Anything like new?
Anything new? Yeah, so you don't know where this meat is from because they don't have pigs or cows or chickens. And as you start to sniff around
Undead.
and taste it,
Gator, I assume.
it's dinosaur meat.
Oh, dinosaur, yeah.
And a lot of it is mostly, again, fish, a lot of fruits. They have cold, clear water. They do have fresh squeezed orange juice, which is a new concept that's not really a thing back in Faerun proper. Like,
Oranges don't grow.
right. So this is a really unique experience. And they also have this yellow juice that, when you taste it, is extremely bitter. It's essentially lemons and oranges squeezed together, and some people love it. It's very citrusy.
It's sugar to that. It better be delicious.
It's
In the
rough.
morning, it really.
Yeah.
Oof.
You hit it. It's mostly lemons.
Bet you a little bit of
Like a
liquor.
grapefruit juice or something. Like a
It-
real.
it's like
Yeah.
it's like
Real kick in the
grapefruit,
pants.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's not.
A little gin.
And you know, as you walk down,
Yeah, gin down here?
you have Dash is missing. It's just Dawson, and he says, check out these tomorrow."
Oh, check out this. Yeah.
What time?
Well, when you wake up, you come down and you check out.
What if we sleep early?
Okay. He doesn't know what to say. He just looks at you and goes, "No."
Does anyone have the room after us? If we wanted to extend.
He looks through the book and he goes, "What's it?"
What was it at the? Well, it doesn't really fucking matter. I don't think we can go back to the Never mind.
Yeah,
I was gonna say,
no.
it was half a gold a night, but the
sure
rooms were
was.
like 1 person each.
No,
Right.
you didn't get any descriptions
Oh.
of the rooms. You just asked what the prices were.
Okay.
You were able to sleep 2 per room at the Thundering Wizard.
Oh, gotcha. So this place is significantly more expensive.
Yes, this place is significant.
We're not gonna be in the city. I wouldn't. I don't think we're gonna be in the city much longer.
Only if we're doing odd jobs.
We don't have money, so this problem solves itself.
I mean, we're good. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. No, we're good.
So again,
Is there an omelet station or is it self-serve?
there is an omelet station. That same bartender from last night. What kind of omelet would you like, sir?
I'm gonna do some veggies, some cheese. You know, don't cook it too much. You know, I want it fresh.
Little dinosaur.
But- No thanks. I'm fine.
Homie.
Mark,
French style,
make
please.
a Constitution check.
Oh, okay. Is this a save or just a check?
No, it's just a
I didn't
Constitution
know they
check.
made them another flavors.
Straight
Oh,
check.
you should.
That'll be a 14.
Oh yeah, it's pretty good. I mean,
Okay.
it was cooked a little bit more than you like, but it was still very good.
Hmm.
By law, they can't cook omelets any less than medium.
Am I wrong?
No, in Chalt.
It's Cholton Law.
It's
You'll
like
get
how,
a
like, there was a period of
Triceratops.
time
A
where if you
Triceratops
went to
coin.
like a chain restaurant, you couldn't get a burger medium rare. No, we gotta cook them at least medium. Well, fuck you. I'm already taking my life in my own hands, eating at Applebee's. Cook my burger medium rare, please.
Okay, so it's the next day. You guys are thoroughly enjoying your continental breakfast.
I think we got. You know what? We probably talked about this last night. Possibly right in front of her. I think we got to drag this bitch around.
Yeah.
She's gonna come with us
Yeah.
where we go.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing errands.
She-
we're like, picking
like,
up
we're
laundry
babysitting
and
this
shit.
girl
She's
all around
coming with
town.
us.
Yeah.
Yes.
So like,
I don't want to hurt her.
you just keep getting her drinks.
She keep her drunk.
No.
What the fuck?
She wasn't
What is it?
off.
Mark Bob again?
She.
But you can't go. We're
Must
gonna,
have
we're
been
gonna drag her along in the jungle.
No.
We're not up to that yet.
Like, we're gonna look for her dad.
Okay, one day at a time. Today she's coming around with us.
Are you talking about this in
Maybe.
front of her?
Ma-
Or are you guys talking
we-
about this last
I
night?
was saying, I was saying
We
retroactively.
talked about it last night.
She and I
while
were
she
probably
was
All right,
talking
was she
about this
drunk?
while she
Okay,
was drunk.
that's fine. I just want to know how to roleplay this.
Maybe, and I'll say this also last night when she's drunk. We maybe we ask grandfather to do us a solid
Take her.
and let her stay at the temple.
Yeah.
Because maybe she could be safe there.
Or we barter her for readings. Just saying.
That's what I was really thinking, but I don't think my character would say that. Like, here, you
No,
can have
mine-
this girl for the rest of your life.
Mine would neither. It's just a
Right,
in my head.
But perhaps as a favor. I mean, already
Yeah.
I think he feels indebted to us.
Kinda, yeah. So.
All we're asking is, all we would be asking for now is, like, unfortunately we couldn't get Annette. We're going to look for her.
Yeah.
Can this girl stay at the temple?
Well, that's it. We
Like,
helped with
don't
one
want her out.
problem, and we're in the process of helping with another.
Right,
so.
right.
We have a lead on the other chick.
Let's sell her to the Zantara.
There you go.
I mean, I'm sure they deal with kidnappings and ransoms all the time. Sounds like it's right up their alley. What you got there? What bread is that?
Banana.
Ooh, banana.
Banana piece.
Banana.
Banana.
So that's, I always mix up, I don't know, it sounds like banana, but it's banana.
What?
Ananas?
Oh. In what language?
Bananas? No, we,
Another?
Hey,
I'm waiting on you guys.
Oh.
we're
So we're
gonna,
go see
we're
Grandpa
gonna,
then?
no, we're going to the dye works,
Odd
right?
job, yeah, odd jobs, right?
Odd job. No odd job. Slappers only.
I think.
Anybody? Anybody?
What?
Oh yeah, no, I know.
Slappers only?
No,
I
shoot.
prefer
I got you. I got you.
proximity lines only.
Proximity mines only.
Wait, from what?
We're of an age.
Gold
like
eye.
that's-
Oh, right.
Golden Eye.
Oh.
It's a bitchy game.
So we're going to the dye works.
The initial call of duty.
Okay, cool. I got it. So,
And we're gonna put in over some fabric, bill it to Cinder Sylvain.
Yeah.
She's at the merchant princess
Do
house.
we have hats?
With
We're getting
hats.
tunics.
Oh,
We're
that's
getting
hats.
green. You can get a hat if you want. Go buy a hat. Go to Hattery. Go to Haberdasher. Buy a hat.
When did my group get ADD?
I've had so much. I've had more sugar today than I've had in the past 2 weeks. So
Oh, that's
I'm
why.
hyped up.
That's why.
okay. So, you leave and you go through the market ward.
Mhm.
And shops are open. People are hustling and bustling. I described it to you previously. I'll just do a very brief one again. There are stalls set up, and each of the, call them the purveyors of each of these stalls, has a color palette on that matches some guards in that area. of the same color palette, and it seems to be stretches of these places.
What
So-
color?
All the colors. There's specific colors for specific things.
Ah.
An example is Watanga Otamu, who's in charge of magic. You see a magic shop. You see an older woman, Cholton woman there. She is dressed in dark blues with gold trim. There are guards around her who have dark blue uniforms with gold around their necks. This identifies as Otamu's area. Well, next to him, you see all reds. And
Is anyone wearing green?
Maybe there's like a uniform store that already.
you don't see any greens. Probably because the the jungle is so green that they wouldn't want to clash.
That's why we want it.
But what
Is
you
that
do...
going to make it cheap or expensive? Expensive
Expensive.
because they don't have it. Not
They
cheap
don't make it.
because
Yeah,
it's
expensive.
like hanging around.
It's a primary color, so
But they don't
No,
make
not
it.
the color we want.
green.
What you see next
Not
is the people in red.
There's no such thing. Green is a secondary color.
The people in red have fruits, some perfumes. They're selling insect repellent. They're all in red.
In the city,
In the
how are we
market.
doing? No.
Oh.
In the city, how are we doing with bugs?
So
Is it
surprisingly,
okay here? Like,
surprisingly, there doesn't seem to be an influx of bugs. When you're by 19, which is the fish market, there seems to be more bugs. But
Okay.
here in the market ward proper, the higher part, there doesn't seem to be anything for the bugs to really be attracted to.
okay.
And these red stalls are burning incense.
Right. I don't mean
which
that. I don't
happen
mean
to,
here specifically. I mean like while we like
Oh, yeah.
this whole 24-hour period or whatever.
The bugs don't seem to be assaulting you. I mean, it could be the breeze. It could be
Right.
that you're not really inland. It's
Right.
hot. It hasn't rained in a while. Like, there's a whole bunch of factors that it could be.
I'm just wondering if we should
Yep.
like stop and buy some fucking repellent.
Before we go in the jungle, yeah.
I mean,
Definitely before we go to the
yeah.
jungle, but are we gonna like wake up tomorrow covered in bug bites and like
Die.
puking from malaria? You puke from malaria? You know, I don't
You
have
can.
malaria.
So that's kind of seen around here. And you, as
The
you,
fog
Vomit.
burn off with the
as the
morning
fog
sun.
burns off with the morning
Oh, there it
sun,
is.
you locate Area 23, known also as the Ducks.
Everyone knows the aliens are there. Do we know like the hours of operation of these places? Like the
Yes, you
close,
sunset.
specifically the dye works.
Sunrise. They don't die in the dark. They only die in the light, so that they can see the true nature of the colors. So in the morning they begin their day. They die throughout the entire day, and then as soon as it starts to get dark, they stop dying and start drying.
Sure, yeah, but I'm saying like we should like try to get some work done, make some.
I don't think we're gonna. So like, I guess we don't know how big an order this is, right? We could retcon this for a minute, if Sal's okay with that. And like 21 and 20 are places that have been suggested places to visit. We could easily have visited those places first. They're right near where we're staying, and then gone to the dye works, and then go around the whole fucking harbor, drop off the order, and visit the harbor master. But because I don't know how big. Like this seems like it's probably. I mean, 250 gold pieces has got to be a significant order, or like one really really expensive piece of fabric.
It's like one hat.
To lug this, like I
It's
get,
green.
I agree. We don't want to lug this all like to 21 or to 20.
Yeah.
We're gonna see how much it is first, I guess, and you can put your commission in.
All right, as we're here, right? So we can see what's going on.
I'm happy to do whatever you guys want to do. If you want to investigate the
We're
city
gonna kill the Red
more,
Dragon.
like you were told, this is a quest. Go do it. You don't even have to do it. He gave you the money.
No,
If you
no.
skip out, you can do that too. You can do anything you want.
We're not gonna do that. I think we should do this for him. Maybe he'll do something for us.
Yeah,
It
Stan's good.
I mean,
just
there's a lot
it
to
does
do
take a
already.
long time to travel around the city, so I don't want to waste hours walking there and back when we can do everything already.
No, so put the commission for your clothes. We'll grab his stuff. We'll see how much it is. That'll determine what we do next. There's stuff to do over by where we want to
sure.
shop
So
up to.
we went to 23. Let's check it out. We go to the Dowers.
Okay, cool.
As we've said.
That's great because I wrote that part. I didn't write any of the other stuff.
Oh, good.
So we'll do the thing that I wrote, which is great.
That's awesome.
I like that.
Works out for me. As a refresher, I will just reiterate what Otamu said to you. Yeah. Now that I have answered your questions and hopefully provided you with some information, I would like to ask you to complete a task in the city for me. I need you to visit the dye works. There, our most mundane cloth is dyed using fruits, vegetation, and other ingredients to produce wondrous, vibrant colors that are then imbued into the fabrics. I have an order there that called for special ingredients and took some time to produce. It is now ready, and all of my attendants are preoccupied with other important works. Would you receive it? You said yes. Here's some gold. It's $250.
Great.
Hey, you notice that Dye Works is labeled 23 on the map. It doesn't take you hardly any time to get there from where you were staying.
Yeah.
It's right there. You travel, again, through the market wards, seeing all these wonderful sights, smelling all these incredible
And
smells.
save money.
You know, people are calling out in the streets, you know, fresh dish here, get your dish. And I have the most beautiful fruit, get the fruit here. And you need fish? Do you need fish? I have fish. Come get my fish. And they're, you know, you're just going through all of it.
And the fish people wearing the same colors as the random goods people. But you said there's like, oh, I was.
Yeah, each one has a specific color. I will tell you right now. That's one person. That's two people. The fish people are wearing the red also, the bright red.
And that's the same as like the fruit vendors. And
Fruit vendors, the ale salesman, the tej salesman, the insect repellent person, all of them are wearing this bright, vibrant red.
I don't know if they're one common categorized. Just say foodstuffs, but it's all kinds of general good.
We learned of somebody last time that was in charge of like weapons and armor and like adventuring gear. Maybe that's, I don't know.
Can everybody roll that good old perception check? I don't want to use your... Because so many of you have the same number.
Ooh. 19.
9.
19,
16.
16, 13,
10.
10. No one except for Rowan.
Oh wait, I didn't add.
Please.
17.
Oh, that's good. Still, though, Rowan is the only one to notice this. Out of the corner of your eye, you're walking past one of the stalls. Tunic with red trim and a large eye on the front of it. A female human children with short, poofy hair, pulled back, thick glasses. You could describe
Again,
her.
it's Annette. Yeah, she's mildly attractive.
Yep.
Around 16 years old.
She seems to be off a distance from you and walking through the market. You're the only one who notices
I
this.
say, "Hey, it's Annette," and I say it out loud so everyone hears me, and
Okay.
then I book it toward her.
Okay. Roll me.
You're pretty heavy. I don't think
Roll me. Survival check.
I'll. 4.
Okay, you get down a bunch, and before you know it, you come into this central alley, central convergence point where a bunch of stalls are, and you're looking around frantically. And there's a woman right there, right in front of you. White, puffy, tunic. She's right there in front of you.
I go over to her.
Okay,
I say, "Annette."
she doesn't turn around.
Is she just standing there?
Yep, she's standing there looking at a stall.
I go upside next to her.
Okay, you go next to her, and you notice that the woman is 70 years old. She has no glasses. She, on the back it's a white tunic, but in the front it's all stained with different colors, like reds and blues and pinks and yellows. And she goes, "Excuse me, I was buying some fish. Do you need some
I
too?"
just walk away.
Oh.
I'm frantically looking around, but obviously I've lost her in the...
Unfortunately, you've
Fray.
lost her in the fray. She headed towards the port.
Okay.
The port?
Yeah, like she headed
The
towards
real port or the dark port?
the real port, like towards.
Oh, towards the...
Yeah.
Just in that
So you guys were going this way, and she was coming back this way. You kind of saw her over there, like, oh shit!
Maybe she's heading home.
Probably not. Probably not.
Okay,
Trying to get optimistic.
so that was an encounter that I can cross off my list because you guys are here
Punched her
now.
head
Okay.
off.
So without much ado, you can easily see the dye works. It is a very large building that backs up to a cliff. And
they're
there-
I'm
so-
scared of this kid.
So you
I
see
walk up to the
him,
kid.
little 10-year-old boy.
House.
His hair kind of matted down to look like presentable, and he goes, "Hello, welcome to the dye works. I am Tao. How can I help you?"
Hi, Tao.
Hi.
We're here to pick up an order for Merchant Prince Wakanda.
Oh, okay. I was told by my father that when people came to pick up Prince Otamu's order, I had to get him. So please come inside. I have to go get him.
Sure. Okay.
Thank you. And he walks in.
Seems reasonable so far.
And he says, my father is Omala. He's the master colorist. And I am going to get him, but it may take a few minutes, so please look around. Yes.
I don't know if I'm asking you or the kid.
Okay.
Are there like fabrics?
I'm going to describe the whole room.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yes.
We're looking for green jungle
There's
jungle
a ton
fabric.
of shit.
Okay.
But it's much faster than you had anticipated. You start kind of eyeing the room around when barely a minute passes and an older-looking Chultan man with brightly stained hands and feet comes walking from behind a draped cloth, a plain draped cloth, separating this front area of the dye works where things are, sold or shown from obviously the working section in the back. He goes, hello, I am Omala, the master colorist of the dye works. Textile weaving and coloring is our specialty. I was told you are here to receive Prince Otamu's order. Is that correct?
That's just correct.
Thank you for doing this on Otamu's behalf. And he holds out his hands like this. An insight check. Dyes and intricate patterns. Beautiful tapestries illustrate the history of the dye works. From the picture, you quickly gather that textile weaving is not one of Chult's native industries, since the jungle does not seem to be suited for growing cotton or raising sheep. Instead, you see people gathering fruits and other plant materials. In other tapestries, you see fishermen gathering all sorts of creatures from the sea. They all bring the materials together to concoct the vibrant dyes in a rainbow of colors. Traders seem to be dropping off plain fabric, which is then dyed. You see tailors illustrated as crafting the dyed fabrics into long shirts, knee-length pants, sarongs, kilts, and more. You also notice these items around the shop.
Kilts.
The finished product is being exported, as well as sold to happy Chultans in the final depiction.
And now we know how the fabric industry works.
That's how it works.
Very informative tapestries. I like that.
Omala returns. We have them ready in the back for you. Anytime you are ready to pick them up. But, may I ask, are you friendly with the merchant prince?
I think
Yes.
friendly is the right word.
You see, I am sorry to impose on you, but I have a desperate need of assistance.
Lay it on me.
Due to the very nature of this issue, I cannot ask any of my Chultan brethren, and can only rely on the kindness of you strangers.
Yep.
It works out for me that you are already acquainted with the merchant prince.
You have lucked out today.
I recently bought some dancing monkey fruit on the black market in order to make and sell dye. thus being able to quickly fulfill the order of one of the merchant princes, Otamu.
Wow, he's not gonna like that.
Oh, shortly thereafter, it gets worse. I received an iron token.
No, the
Barry-
Triceratops.
I know.
Damn it, you got us, Sal. You got us good.
I received an iron token bearing the likeness of a Triceratops from the Yuktep Society. It is a grim warning. I wish to atone for my crime by seeking an audience with Kawathoe, the merchant prince who controls the legal sale of fruit. I fear for my life, as the Yuktep Society will surely seek retribution on me. I ask you, strangers, with your many connections to the merchant princes, would you accompany me to
One
go?
connection.
You only have one connection?
Yeah, the one merchant prince.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
we're kind of.
I feel for you,
going
dude,
with
but what
But-
can we do?
Well, would you then possibly accompany me to Gold Throne, where I may beg Kawathoe's forgiveness? Will you please help me?
Why? I don't say that out loud. I'm asking you.
Well, wasn't it for me?
You seem apprehensive. I will make you this deal. You can keep the money that Otamu gave you. I will give you the dye works for free.
And a bunch of green fabric too.
We don't have green fabric.
Buy some illegal
Find it.
fruit, make a dye of some green. You don't think green? Brown. It can be brown. Anyway,
That is
Black and red armbands.
we have lots of black. The
so, I don't know.
It's 250 gold.
Omala?
Omala is my name. I am the master dyer.
Dying is my game.
I don't want to die though.
You do
But
though.
you do.
I like to die, but not the dying.
Can you give us a minute?
Yes,
Okay.
I will be in the back.
Great.
Do you have a wagon, by the way, to carry all this?
I don't. I only die. But I don't want to die.
Okay.
He takes like 3 steps back. You know what he does? He goes right behind the curtain.
That's fine.
You can see his nose pressing against it. His feet
He's
underneath
asking
it.
us to help. Does this imply that, like, if he is attacked by these people, are we agreeing to defend him?
He just said accompany.
Well, if they take
I'll
him,
accompany him.
but if they take him to
but
execution,
I'm
run, that's on
he
you.
made a choice.
Or if he
Yeah.
gets attacked, if like these people jump out and attack him, I'm not fighting them.
He made a choice.
Make sure.
Like
you
if
know
him
But
walk,
we also don't know what he
if him,
did either.
he admit. I
He
mean,
bought from the black
But,
market.
is, but is it that?
He violated
I
the
mean,
terms.
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
no, of course,
Yeah.
but like he's admitting to us that he,
Yeah.
whatever. I'll walk with him there, but I'm not.
All of a sudden,
I'm
Tao
not
gets
cer-
pushed. Tao gets pushed out
I'm
in
not serving as a
front,
bodyguard.
and he just stands there smiling. Daddy, why did
I
you
don't, I
push
don't
me
see
out?
the harm in accompanying him necessarily.
Correct.
Tao, listen.
Like maybe our presence will prevent him from being like taken out.
Immediately,
Right.
at least? Yeah.
Maybe he'll make it to the golden throne. The
Oh,
gold
he's
throne.
not a kid.
I mean, they have to give him time.
Hello.
They want you to atone.
You
Otherwise
are the
they
same.
Protecting.
Okay,
So I'll just make
but
that very clear.
I'm not
We're
going to
not.
interfere.
I will happily escort him.
Gold throne.
Gold throne. And we can figure out how to get like a
Maybe it
dino
is,
over
maybe
here.
It is the
Yeah.
center of political life, so it's basically.
So again, you
Tell
have
him, Omala, we will.
his pen comes right
He's
out,
like-
and it's right above Tao. Tao is there. And he's like, "Oh, Daddy, hello." Yes.
We will accompany you to the gold throne.
Thank you. Oh, I very much appreciate it. And again,
I hope that you can atone.
I
and-
hope so
and-
too.
and
How
survive.
long do you usually have until they make good on their warning?
There
Not
is-
you, but one. How long is one?
There is no set time. You just have to make the proper steps to atone for what you have done. And I know what I have done. And I need to go and speak to Kawayote, the leader in charge of purchasing. Beg for her forgiveness.
Can you tell us what you've done?
Yes, I already told you. I bought on the black market some dancing monkey fruit.
Sorry. She
Cool.
does that.
I did that to sell and make dye.
Where is this, the gold throne?
Oh, it is inside of the merchant's ward. Yeah, merchant princes. The merchant's ward. We have to go through the merchant's ward.
Okay. 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 We're going there anyway, right? We're delivering the stuff.
Yes, I will help carry it.
Nah.
Can we? Oh, not carry. It's so far.
We have no choice. I have no dinosaurs.
Oh, how much does it cost to hire a dinosaur? A lot of money. We have 200 gold pieces.
You have to spend some money.
I mean, I have some money too.
It seems ridiculous to carry. It takes like 2 hours to walk there.
Normally.
I mean, if we could just do it without any penalty, I mean,
Sure. Then we're not gonna like notice in that. Walking down the alley drunk.
That's right.
so if you really want us to get any scrying magic, and like immediately find her. Oh, you guys suck at magic.
To rent a dinosaur for the entire day, it's 40 gold.
Okay, what if we just want it for like a couple hours?
I think you could probably prorate it. Figure 8 hours for 40 gold. So divide that by however many hours you want it.
5 gold.
Alright, Sal, can we
5 gold an hour.
No. I got the math. Can we carry this stuff?
Yeah, I mean, most of you can. If you have a strength higher than 10.
Higher than 10?
Or
Yeah.
10.
How about 10?
10 or higher.
Okay. then I guess we'll just carry it, right?
I
I
mean,
mean, it'll slow you down. You won't be able to walk at your normal pace. You'll walk at half of your
Yeah,
pace.
so we take a long time to get there.
You're considered
We're
encumbered.
Yeah, we're lugging this shit through,
Yeah.
through the city,
Schlepping.
and we schlepping. We are schlepping.
Yeah.
We schlep it to.
Again, so normally it would take you like, let's say 2 hours to get up there. It takes like 4 hours. You guys are
We'll
just
walk
like,
in a circle around this guy. Not to protect him, but
Well,
he's just hiding.
We get to hang out. We'll drop this off at the Tamu, and we'll get to hang out with his his gargoyle air conditioners.
true.
Oh, cool.
So nice.
You can ask if you can stole it in your armor.
okay.
Yeah.
So on your back through the merchant ward, he said, because Omala says, look, this is the fastest way.
Yeah.
Go back the way you came, because that's the shortest route. Don't go towards the water. It's actually longer. So on your way back through the market ward, you see a pair that you previously met.
A what?
A pair.
A pear.
2 people that you previously met.
Not a fruit.
Nope.
An old pair.
An au pair, no. The 2 tabaxi you earlier saw, the Thundering Lizard, are traveling through the Tiriyaki Gate and towards the anchorage. The one who identified herself as River Mist, you just notice that they're going off that way.
Right.
And then as you guys are walking past here, you see them, boop, they're popping out.
Oh yeah, because they
Do we
just
know what's
they
over
just
there?
popped into the thundering lizard. Like they.
You
Right,
don't know
so-
too much about the anchorage. You know that there's a port. It's outside the walls. That's pretty much all that you've learned so
Sketchy
far.
stuff happens.
Maybe. Could be. Don't know.
They're by dancing monkeys.
There definitely seems to be a correlation between these tabaxi and what they had said to the adventurers previously, which was, if you need to find us, sometimes you gotta go outside, go outside the box.
While we're walking with, what's his name?
Omala.
I want to ask, small periphery questions about, like,
Was that night, it was by the refuse pit. And then speaking with the people there, he was also told that don't they know always where the black mark is. So that's how he describes it to you. With that role, he tells you exactly how to do it. That's how you get to it.
Are the Stegosaurus people at war with us in time? Like, they seem to be, like, seems like the cult will be trying to wipe them
He
out.
said the Utep Society doesn't focus so much on the Zentarum as any Cholton who is violating the laws. He says that they're generally a force for good, for social, not social change, but social upkeep. And they really don't want to punish, have high stealth. But anyway, he's known, is the best way of saying it, like you said. So you just notice that as you travel up, and because eventually you'll get there. And again, this whole quarter is sectioned off with the only other entrance being right here, which I'm kind of going around in a circle. This is ground level. There's one entrance here, so that people can come up to Gold Throne and go back down right from the Grand Souk. You can come out the Souk, or go around the Souk, and go right into Gold Throne. Heavy guard presence right here, and they're just stairs. And again, 4 is Gold Throne.
Do we want to drop the stuff off first?
I would say so.
We're passing.
Yeah, if you go
We're
in
passing
through,
Lopez's house anyway,
if
right?
you go in the main entrance, where door.
Enemy to me.
Yeah. They carry 3 each. It seems like carrying this stuff is trivial to them.
Yeah. Right.
Okay, you can cross that. Finish that quest. You
This is
got
the quest. Build up.
you got
250 gold.
you got the 250 gold, which Otamu doesn't know that.
I mean, I don't see why he would care.
No, he doesn't give a shit. He got
He paid
his.
the gold. He got the stuff.
Yep.
He
That's,
probably doesn't know how much
Yeah.
gold it is. He would just like fill
He
it
just-
with gold.
he
Hey,
just
got
kinda
some.
threw
He
it
only
at
needs
you.
half that much.
Yeah, he just threw it at you. He didn't care. Okay, so now what?
I will bring him to
Okay, you go to Gold Throne.
the golden triangle.
You know, before you get there, obviously you're guarding a specific home. Again, you see 2 of the 5s you'll pass. This was Otamu. Someone's house is on
Those
gladiators.
8.
No, 8 temple gone.
Okay.
Yeah.
What-
4 large Chultan gladiators dressed in traditional gladiator garb. So if you can imagine back in the Roman Colosseum how a gladiator would dress, that's what these guys are in.
diapers.
Diapers. Past the front doors is the grand round foyer. Surrounding the entirety of the perimeter of this foyer are benches with many Chultans waiting. In the center is a long desk with 7 secretaries. Each one is dressed in a specific and different color, representing their merchant prince, and has a plaque before them noting who they report to. Behind them,
Super convenient.
Yep. Behind them, you see 7 different doors, each with a colorful drapery that matches the secretary, hung beautifully above the entranceway. In between each of the doors is another Chultan gladiator. This time, they're wearing all black.
Execution.
Omala says, we need to go to the one in the red.
We.
Yeah. Are we good now? No, you're here.
I still need some assistance.
Okay.
With what? Regarding what?
Speaking to her.
Never mind. I'm down.
I am
Paid a ton
nervous.
of money.
Okay.
Thank you. He walks up, and the
You
secretary...
understand, Amal, I'm not. We are very busy. So
Oh,
if,
yes,
if this is all
I-
you needed, we
This will be all. That is all. The secretary steps up. Names of those who seek an audience.
Oh, me? You're Amal.
He says, I am Umala, the master dye of the dye works. Umala. Next.
We're just his escort.
I require names.
Rowan.
Rowan,
Aldir.
Aldir,
Cool.
Cool.
Tolfarian.
Talfarian,
Anna.
Oh, and Zendala.
Anna.
This is Zendala too. I
Did we
forgot.
have to register the kid too?
Zindala.
Summerwise, the pseudo dragon. You need his name
He doesn't
too?
speak.
Hooray.
He just keeps quiet.
It's a toy.
Dylan. Do you have a group name?
As a matter of fact, we do.
Group name.
With the syndicate.
Omala escorted by the disintegrator.
Yeah.
Omala and the
Just put down
Syndicate.
Omala et al.
Is there a leader's name in your party?
Omala.
Omala, leader of the Syndicate.
I mean,
No.
I don't care.
Your current occupations, Omala, Master Dye Works.
Adventurers.
Rowan, you're an adventurer.
We're
Aldir,
all adventurers.
you're all
Brewer.
adventurers.
The
Wonderful.
brewer, actually.
Brewer.
Bullshit.
Rowan the brewer.
Brewer.
The rest are adventurers.
Jug all day. I guess I would.
The name of the merchant prince you wish to speak to. And Omala steps up. Kawaiote. Reason for your visit. It is personal. Personal business. Where is your current residency? The die works. The die works. The rest of the syndicate, do you have a current residency?
You know what? You're at a 50-50 chance of guessing. I guess not. Kind of.
I'm sorry, sir, that is not a residency.
We don't live in.
Then we're vagrants.
You don't live in the city. Vagrants.
Tourists.
I prefer vagrant.
Please take a sit on any available bench. If time permits, the merchant prince allows, you will be able to see them before the end of the day. If not, you'll have to return here tomorrow and try again.
Is there like a D&D
Good day.
number ticket system?
Good day. Next.
It's like a fucking D&D.
It's exactly what it is. It's the DMV.
What word am I looking for? I want to thank her for her.
Kindness.
No.
Bless your heart.
Like if someone's really, yeah, like if someone's really helpful.
So.
Thank you for your. Just walk away.
Oh, okay. Not bad.
6 hours later.
So, right. So, I rolled a 4, and I had to roll a d6, and a d6 divided by 2. So, 2 hours later. So, 2 hours pass, during which time many people come and go. Not too many are actually seen by the merchant prince. A lot of people seem to be waiting and waiting and waiting, and then just give up and leave. People are waiting for hours, it seems. Definitely people that are there before you. And then people come after you, come up to the registration. They don't seem to have a very good interaction with the secretaries, and they just fucking leave. I wonder why.
Worse than ours, huh?
Yeah. Halfway through that time, though, 1 hour later,
1 hour later.
the secretary representing Merchant Prince Jobal stands and announces to the room, "The representative from Thay, Saz Tam. Please step forward and proceed through Merchant Prince Jobal's door. He is ready to receive you."
Thay or the Fae?
They make everybody wait, huh?
Thay. Thay. An elderly man with a cane, dressed in a crimson robe, gingerly rises from the bench close to the indicated door. As he stands, he begins to shuffle towards the doorway. 5 additional bodies stand and follow. Each is of a different size and shape, but all are humanoid.
How differently shaped are they?
Very. The Cholton gladiators in black begin to take notice and coalesce near Jobal's door. The secretary pipes up again. "Mr. Tam, please leave your companions outside while you meet the merchant prince." With a swift motion of his hand, the older gentleman gives an acknowledgement to the secretary and holds up a fist. The 5 bodies immediately pause, frozen in place like statues. The gladiators quickly look over the old man and collect from him 2 daggers. They produce a ticket and hand it to him. He then proceeds through the doorway and out of sight. 1 hour later, the secretary representing Kawaiyothe stands and announces to the room, "The representatives who are actually not from Schultz, and the one from the dye works. The Syndicate and Omala, the master dyer. Please step forward and proceed through Merchant Prince Kawaiyothe's door. She is ready to receive you."
They can let us all in. I mean, they told us that. Sure.
Yeah, you go.
Okay. As you approach the door marked for Kawaiyothe, the 2 Cholton gladiators in black on both sides of it stop as they take notice of you. "You must relinquish all weapons here before you can meet with any merchant prince. We will give you tickets so you can retrieve items after encounter. If you do not agree, then leave."
Okay.
All I have is a shield.
So
You
do.
know?
I very slowly remove 1, 2, 3, 4 daggers.
Okay, they're just holding their arms out. They're collecting them.
Do you need my shield or can I keep taking something?
Take shield! Takes the shield from you.
Hand over spear and longsword.
Takes the spear and the longsword.
Dagger, short bow.
I only have one weapon, I guess.
Okay. Great axe.
Your fist.
Take
Take my
Alright.
fist.
take her.
You
They-
using
they-
a great axe?
Sounds
Oh, I was like, she's.
Alright, Mark,
Like
they
12
take
foot
they
long
take all
weapon.
your shit too. And the last thing they do.
Yeah, it's a short bow and a dagger.
Okay. And is anyone concealing anything? They rolled a 17. Does anybody have anything hidden on them?
I don't have any weapons.
No weapons.
Okay. They give you a once over. Again, I rolled a 17 to see if you had any hidden weapons on you. You guys said no, so we'll take you at your face value. A 17. Very thoroughly. Like they eye you up. They ask you to like move your
You get a glove
clothes.
snap?
They give you a really good once over. Okay.
Ding, ding, ding.
When you pass through the doorway, you are immediately in a small vestibule, maybe 10 by 10 with a single door before you. Another gladiator, in all black still, stands here and raises his hands. He begins a slow chant, and an arcane light fills his eyes. You immediately notice this. It's detect magic.
Okay.
He glances around at each of you. Do any of you happen to have any magical items on you?
No.
No.
I'm magical.
Only if my symbol counts. I guess it's paladin, right? You have the holy symbol or whatever.
Not magical.
Okay.
Yeah. He stops on Aldir and looks at him. And looks down at his waist. And he says, "Huh. Divination should be okay. Go through."
The magical dong?
See the future. He knows where it's going next.
He opens the door and lets you pass through. A long hallway now unfolds before you, with guards sitting at regular intervals. These guards wear the colors of Kauaothe as they watch you pass. Some 60 feet later, you arrive at a large wooden double door. A final guard knocks and announces your presence. "Merchant Prince Kauaothe, your guests have arrived. The Syndicate and Omala, the Master Dyeworks, have come to speak to you about private matter. May we enter?" You hear, "Yes." The door opens. The inside of this final chamber is akin to a modern judge's chamber. It is a very functional office, with seating, desk, bookcase filled with all manner of texts, and wonderful windows along the back that allow light to filter through into the room from the courtyard beyond. Even so, Kauaothe has candles lit everywhere and 2 large braziers behind her. It is amazing how the room isn't sweltering with all of this fire around you. Laying on the only couch in the room are 2 beautiful Cholton city folk. One a man, the other a woman. They take turns eyeing all of you up and down before feeding each other succulent fruit and drinking an amber-colored fermented drink that smells of honey. You now know as Tesh.
What grade?
You don't recognize it.
Ooh. Ooh.
Sitting behind the desk is an attractive, fairly young Cholton woman, dressed in waves of red, but in a fashion reminiscent of priest's attire. Her large afro flares out around her like a lion's mane. Adorned on her forehead is a simple yet beautiful golden piece of jewelry. Her demeanor is calm and contemplative in a way that's vaguely menacing. I have a picture of her. Kauaothe speaks. Let me pause. The music. Is that on that screen? Son of a bitch.
Well, it's not surprising she's the one.
He knows who she is. Merchant Prince is a title. So it's not Prince or Princess, it's just a title. if you want to do some history check on it, there's a whole bunch of history. We can do that another time.
Sure.
Or you can ask somebody about it. Your choice. She says. She says, Master Dyer, it is unexpected for you to come calling to me. Is there some manner or deal that my emissaries could not work out with you? He goes on to explain how he bought fruit on the black market, that you're here because he fears for his life from the UTEP Society, also known as the Triceratops Society. He wants to make reparations. He just doesn't know what to do, and he fears for his own life. This news saddens me, but I am not without mercy. Growing up in the streets, here, poor and destitute, I know that sometimes we need to cut corners to survive. It isn't like the nobility has ever lent a hand down to us commoners. I may be willing to forgive your lapse in judgment this time. But, she looks at your group, provided that you all will do a job for me.
There's so much shit to do.
If you agree, we can settle this matter. So, do you agree?
What are the terms?
I mean,
Is she talking to us or is she talking to him?
Oh no, she is over him. She saw a group of 5 adventurers walk in. She said, she's got a job for you. Will you take it, yes or no?
I'd like a little more information first, if you don't mind.
I do.
Do you mind?
I am a merchant prince.
You need us to do something.
I don't. I am offering you a way to save this man.
Oh,
Then I guess what choice do we have?
no.
You have all the choices in the world, my friend.
We always have a choice.
We could not save him.
I'm not going to agree to a task without knowing anything about it.
You know what?
My character will.
That is 100% your prerogative. And as a result of that decision, I will tell you what we will do. Hold on, I have to just get to the part where I wrote it.
I mean,
Here we go. I wrote it. Sorry, I found it. I will tell you that now I will have Omala's wife and their 10-year-old son tortured with hot irons and coals by my 2 servants there. And then he, and he points to Omala, will be sentenced to the executioner's run.
I mean, in character, I'd agree.
You may turn and leave now.
Hey, look,
Okay. Aldir walks out.
we will attempt to do. I will attempt to complete some tasks for you to save this man's life.
Excellent. I am glad that there is someone in this party who has some reason. Is he the only one?
No, I'm
No.
very begrudging.
I'm fine.
Seems pretty harsh. I will save him from your cruelty.
You say that?
Yes.
Excellent. Fine then. You may consider it cruelty. I consider it a way of saving a man's life. My job is very simple. In order to save this man, you must kill another.
No.
You must kill a man named Shango within the next 10 days. You will ask no questions, and once it is completed, you will speak of the deed to no one. I will tell you that Shango, Shango, Shango works as a guide out of Fort Beluarim. If you fail in this test, like I said, Omala's wife and their 10-year-old son will be tortured, hot irons and coals. And then, while Omala watches, will sentence him to the executioner's run. As an additional incentive, here, and she throws a medium-sized sack just onto the ground in between you people. She goes, "This will cover your expenses on the trip."
I need to know if this guy that we're killing has a family.
I leave.
Did you take the money?
No.
Okay. As you
Yeah, I'm not gonna do this. No.
as you walk out,
This,
she's
this person seems awful. And this guy who we're trying to help is a criminal. I'm out of here.
Cool. Okay. Rowan walks out. Aldir was already out.
In fact, if the sack of gold is anywhere near me, I kick it back in her direction. Not violently, just like, fuck you, I don't want this. Cool. And I leave.
Yeah, I'm not taking the blood money.
Okay. Dolan walks out.
Yeah.
I asked a question.
I'm sorry, I didn't.
I'm heading back to.
Okay, you're out. Omala.
Well, that was Mark.
Oh, sorry. Omala is just. His eyes are wide. You would never expect that this would be the price for him, and he's just just watching you all leave. Anna, I'm sorry, I didn't hear you before. What did you say, honey?
The guy that you want us to kill, does he have a family?
Shango works directly with the Flaming Fist and is a cutthroat and mercenary of the worst kind. Worse than even many of the Zentarum. He consistently undermines the merchant princes, yet none of the nobility has the wherewithal or the gumption to order a sanction, except for myself.
You still didn't answer my question.
He has no family that I know of. As a guide, many don't take families. The jungle can be a dangerous place. Okay, you walk out. Tofarin, you're the only one left in there.
All right. So, let me get this straight. So this man comes to you, admits his guilt. He's trying to atone for a mistake he made. He bought some stolen fruit on the black market, and for that, you're going to torture his wife and his son and sentence him to the executioner's run, unless you have us, who have nothing to do with this, kill another man for what I hear is almost no reason. Is that what you're asking us to do?
You don't seem to mince words.
No, I do not.
You may think that our laws are unfair, but the black market is a consistent stain on the good name and clean, tidy streets of Port Nyanzaru. This man Shango, he is the worst of the worst. In league and Congress with cutthroats and mercenaries. With the head of the snake cut off, we will be able to thrive even stronger. Omala, unfortunately, had a lapse in judgment, yes, but conspired with Shango by going to the black market, a very dangerous place, a place we consistently try to stomp out. He is just as guilty as this man, and should also be subject to the same tortures that we would put Shango through, as are any who are caught using the black market.
That may be what you believe, but I don't find the crimes equal.
Good
you are
thing.
obviously someone of means and resource. If you wanted to deal with Shango, you could have done so at any time.
I am hiring you.
I'm not going to work for you.
Then get out of my sight.
I leave.
Okay.
Bye.
You guys are all outside.
Well, as soon as I left, I went hustled back towards the dye works.
Okay. I mean,
It's gonna take a while. But
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Like,
You
I'm
got
not-
it
it's not
first. Right. First, you got to walk out. Then you got your ticket. You got to get your shit. And then once you get your shit, you walk out, and absolutely you can make your way to the dye works. You all walked out. You are all now back in the vestibule, except for Aldir, who is hustling. He's gone. Omala didn't come out.
I mean, I'm on board with hustling with Aldir.
Okay.
I mean, I get what you're doing. I hope I get what you're doing.
Okay.
You're not gonna try to go kill them first, right?
well, I mean, even if I did, it would at least be
Yes.
fucking a mercy.
I'm on board. I'll get my daggers back. I don't really care. I'm
I
never gonna use them. But yeah, let's hustle back to the dye works.
Agreed.
Okay, so you guys all hustle back to the dye works, and you show up. It's Let me think. It's gonna take 2 hours more to get there. It's like 6 o'clock at night now. You spent almost the whole day just doing this back and forth trip. It's been a long, long trip. You arrive and they're sitting on his little stool, happy as can be. This, hair smooth, bright and shiny kid. Hello, friends. Welcome back to. Where is my dad?
I grab him and go inside.
Oh, jeez. Please be gentle.
Where's your mom? Where's your mom?
My mom is in the back cooking dinner.
Go get her right now.
I can't. You're dragging me.
I'm just gonna keep going in the back.
What are you doing? And you're dragging him off to the back. As you drag him off to the back, what you notice now is the rest of the dye works. There are gigantic containers, and it looks a little bit gross. There's all sorts of just like plants and dead animals like in each of these vats. And it seems like the mixing of these different pigments, either from their skin or their blood or from tree barks, makes this slurry, and the slurry is a thick dye. And in each one of these 20 stations, there are 20 different colors. Some of the colors are, just shades different than each other. Some vats are a little bit larger for, obviously, the merchant princes. A lot of their clothing gets reused and dyed, new people. And there's women and men of all ages and colors because they're all dyed, pushing aside the stuff, the skimming across the top, and then dunking, holding up, checking the color. Dunking, holding up, checking the color. And again, moving all of the debris, let's call it, aside. It doesn't by any means smell in here. It's not disgusting. In fact, it seems like a very well created and very efficient way of doing what they're doing. And then towards the back, even as you're dragging this kid through, there are clean vats. And they take the clothes that they just dyed and dip them through the clean vats and hold it up so any excess dye runs off. Further back even from that, now you're talking like 100, 150 feet down. There are places that you can dry, and you just dry by hanging up, and there's a clean breeze that blows through this whole place. And as the drippings go down, there's huge grates on the floor here. And those grates, if you look down, you can see, because they're stained, are huge, not tunnels, but sewers. And they go right out into the water. And if you were to look over the edge, you can see that the whole side here of this raised embankment, because you're high up, is all stained in colors, and the colors just drip and run and go into the water and just wash out to sea. All these beautiful colors, it looks like a kaleidoscope or a rainbow. If you think you would sail around the other side, you go, oh, there's the dye works. It's all stained. It's right there. I know exactly where it is. You continue more, and this small area, maybe 20 by 20, in the back with a single leather curtain. Pull it aside, and there's just a little tiny living area. It's like a studio apartment. It's got a little stove, beautiful windows out that seem that they can close with panels. There's 2 beds in the room. There's a restroom in the side that just has like 2 little fake walls. It's just essentially a studio apartment. It looks like this whole place was just for their business. And in the back, it's just a little place for this tiny little family to live. And there's a woman, as soon as you walk back there, she has a pot, and she seems to be cooking up some sort of seafood. And she goes, "Oh my, who are you?"
I put him down.
And he's crying, and all you hear all these voices, these 50 or more workers, just just clicking and popping at each other about what's going on, and you hear footsteps.
We escorted your husband to go talk to the merchant prince.
Oh, Mala?
Yes.
Where is he?
He's still there. He confessed to to buying food from the black market.
That fool!
They're coming for you, and they're coming for him.
Oh.
And your husband is probably going to be not joining you.
Is he dead?
Kind of like
you killed my father!
He's busy right now.
The kid tries to slap your hand off him. He's struggling against you.
I'm not holding him anymore.
Oh, okay, then he runs, and he's like under the covers. He dies.
Okay.
You killed my father.
So you need to grab like
He died.
all your gold and like the stuff that you absolutely need, and you need to put on some shitty clothes and wear some gloves and get the fuck out of here. Like right now, you have maybe 10 minutes until they probably start showing up.
Make a persuasion check. Ooh.
22.
Yeah, she looks at you dead in the face. She thinks you're telling the truth. It doesn't seem like people would go through all this to get a rise out of her. She says, if there is a way to save my husband, is there a way to save my husband?
No idea what you usually right now.
We're new here. I'm not. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think we're all.
Yeah, you get
we're all here, right?
it. You're like right in behind him.
We're new here. We tried to help. That merchant prince is fucking sick.
Yes,
I'm sorry that your husband made such an awful mistake.
we will go.
Save yourself.
I'm gonna pull her aside really quick, like just so her son.
I mean,
here.
she
Just so her son came here.
It's this
Yeah,
size.
just like
You're in
like
this
turn
room.
my back, I guess. To where
Sure.
the kids be like, if they catch you, it's gonna be slow. That's gonna be bad.
We are gone.
Yeah,
We are gone.
Like,
She-
do you have like a dagger in case?
I have no weapon. We are simple commoners. We are simple commoners.
Like,
Yeah.
you know, like I'll give her a dagger, but
Like-
you need to make sure she knows what
Yeah,
you
like,
mean.
if-
Like I pull
if
out one of my
they're
daggers. And hand it handle first to her.
If they're going to catch you, you need to deny them their prize, which is both. Make it quick. Make it
She
painless.
just throws the covers off the kid. She grabs him by the scruff of his neck and essentially leaps out the window.
into the sea.
Yes, she just
Wait, did she just kill herself?
give
my dagger back.
jumps. No, she's got a death grip on it, and she just jumps.
Wait, is it actually a like?
It's a
I look out the
cliff.
window
It's a cliff. Yeah, she jumps out the window
to
with
her
the-
death.
Yeah, you don't know.
I mean, I look out the window.
She, okay,
Does she hit
she's
rocks
still
or the
she's,
water?
She's
still
still
falling.
She's still falling.
I guess that's the fall. No, I don't. I have that. No.
I can do that.
There's a splash.
Okay.
You don't know what happened.
Worst case scenario.
Well,
Okay.
remove one dagger from my inventory.
Worst case scenario. This bitch is gonna be pissed, and that's worth it for me.
So, yeah. Now,
I step back out into the dye works
okay,
and
there is
I try to.
congress of people.
Oh, good.
Most of them by the windows.
Yeah. I say, hey everybody.
And they all run.
Good.
They just bolt. As soon as
Nobody should be here.
As soon as somebody comes out, after this lady went out a window, they fucking bolt. They are gone. Completely gone.
Good.
Everyone runs out. People are trampling over each other.
we
People get knocked
should leave
into.
too.
People get knocked into the dye. One guy comes out like Swamp Thing, covered in blue. I mean, Swamp Thing's green, but
I was gonna say, because you said there was no green.
yeah, it's just
I look
blue.
around carefully for some green before we leave.
Oh, you know what? He trips and falls into the next vat, which is yellow, and boom, he emerges green.
I take my jug.
Okay.
I scoop up some blue and some yellow dye.
Okay, perfect.
I cork it.
Yeah.
And we run out of here.
You got it. You got blue and yellow dye.
Is there a
Mark that
piece of parchment? And I'm gonna scribble really quick.
There is no
I
parchment.
mean, I have stuff.
Oh, okay.
Like, get to what's the motion ground called, Dan?
What's the
Flaming thing. Yeah.
Flaming
Like
Fist.
get to like run to Fort Vengeance. Camp
Fort.
For Belluarin?
Yeah.
Fort Bellew Iron. Seek shelter. That's probably not going there, but at least we'll throw them off.
Okay.
And just leave it like a scrap of paper, like tossed, like she read it and dropped it or
Okay.
whatever, and then just like.
Okay.
Just to confirm, we still have the little drunk girl, right? We still
She's with you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we do.
You brought Zandala this whole way.
My little drunk girl's always with me.
She she's just crying. All she can do is just cry. She's just crying.
Hold over your head and run with us.
She ran with you guys back. She watched this interaction. She doesn't know what's going on.
Gotta grow up sometime.
If this bitch we trusted me left alone in our room, we would have to take her everywhere.
And you guys ran, and she watched these people jump out a window. And she's just... and you guys get out the dye works, like you get into the main area, and she stops for a second. She hard stops, and you turn around, and she just throws up. Ah! And then you yank on her arm, and boom, she's gone again. Yeah, she is ta-ta, bye-bye. I think that's a good place. I know it's a little early. I think that's a good place to start.
Are we out of here?
About how fucking hardcore that merchant prince lady was?
Yeah, I mean, we can say that you guys...
unless you want to say we didn't, and then I'm scared for what we start next time.
No, I think that in the throng of the crowd, you know, obviously things are going to be told about throughout the town about this because everyone ran out of the dye works. You know, maybe you were a couple of steps behind, and maybe you were noticed, and maybe you weren't. But you know, the 50+ members of the dye works who work there saw some shit and bolted. I'm
gonna linger in the area to see if her troopers come.
Sure, 100%.
Like not seen in the crowd.
It's no time at all before mostly guards in black start storming the dye works. I mean, full on. They came from everywhere. And then you see behind them every color of guard, all 7 colors, are running in to the dye works to see what's going on or what happened. They are stopping people in the street if they notice that they are...
Wait, I'm sorry. So the black guards are storming the dye works?
Yes.
And the colored guards are...
Right behind them, but they got...
With them?
Yeah, they're all guards.
Like, are they all coming in together with one purpose? Or, like, the black guards are sitting there and all the guards like, whoa, what's going on here? And then they go in to see what's happening?
Let's do it this way. The black guards always act first.
Okay.
It seems like they have a better network that they get information to each other from. They intercede first. Swiftly on their heels, let's say 10 minutes later, all of the different merchant prince retinue, retainers, they all begin to file in as well with the same haste and urgency.
Okay, I guess my main question was, like, do I feel like the colored guards are also being ordered there for this purpose?
Yes.
Or if they're responding just to a disturbance?
It could be either one. There's no way for you to determine that. You see, because the colored guards are coming second, they're responding to inquests from the colored guards like, hey, go find some dye works people. Hey, we need to figure out what happened here. Have you seen anyone? Go there. Oh, we know this person works at the dye works. Go to their house. We need to know what happened here. Have you seen Omala's wife? Where is Tao? I mean, these are I said before, these are recognized members of the society. Like, these are the Master Dyer and his family. They're known.
He's Master Dyer now.
He's totally Dyer.
Oh, no, he's totally still alive, actually.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows? You don't know. You left.
According to her plan.
So, yeah. That's what you see if you hang around for a while. You want to stick around that long?
I mean, there's obviously a huge amount of people around, right?
Yeah. No. Everybody ran away.
Oh, there's not people like in the area, but like, hey,
no, everybody ran away as soon as it's like one of those things.
I don't know from the direct. I mean, like people like when there's like a commotion, people usually are like.
So generally you would be correct. Schult is different in that if there's undead or dinosaurs, people run away. So as soon as people start running, everyone runs.
Gotcha.
You flee the scene, you get to a safe area. So what you notice is all of these people running. Let me try and see that map. There's a specific place.
I guess I want to observe from as close as I can without feeling like I'm observable.
Okay. You see everybody, because the die works in self. Okay, let me just double check. Oop, that's not the right one. That's the right one. There it is. You see everybody just haul ass around to this shaded area and go into a building that's over here, and also into building 15, which happens to be the fort on the inside of the walls. Remember, that's the fort. And a lot of them run into 15 because these are the two largest, closest fortified buildings. Again, they don't know what happened, anyone in town. As soon as people start running, everybody runs. It's always essentially, people kept running towards 15, which is the fort, which has ballista and guards and, you know, a garrison. A small garrison, but a garrison.
What type of soldiers man that? Mercenaries?
Black guards and colored guards. It depends on the day. Yep. Again, you see, like, there's a ton of these black guards around. They seem to be, not a police-keeping force, but definitely they are regarded as guards.
Like you said, they seem the most organized.
They seem very organized. Okay, that's
Do I
it.
hear a scream of anger across the city?
No, you don't hear a scream of anger across the city. You also don't see any merchant princes themselves come to investigate.
So, the other thing, like, if you have an opportunity, definitely assassinate that woman.
What's that?
If given the opportunity, definitely assassinate that woman.
No.
Not
I
necessarily.
mean, if someone gives us the choice and is like, "Hey, I need you to do this thing for me, though. I need you to assassinate this trade prince, and I'll give you what you want." I'm like,
things seem good. Like, it doesn't seem good to not try to save Omala. Omala?
Yeah, Omala.
It seemed like the good thing to do to try to help him, right?
Yes.
But it doesn't seem. It also doesn't seem good to go murder a guy.
And that's why
Even if he's a bad, even if he's a bad guy, like
how
My
bad,
character's not
how
gonna
bad
go
does he have
murder
to be
him.
to be worse than the person's like, then I will
oh yeah,
torture
I
his wife and
bought
children.
some fruit. No, fuck, I'm gonna torture your family.
Well, and that's why I said yes at first, because my character would, and then once
Sure.
it turned into blood money against somebody for with seemingly no reason, it's like,
Right.
no, I can't.
I mean,
do
like-
that. yeah.
I mean, from my
listen, I understand that.
from
I
my
understand.
blunt point of view, she's the greater evil. She's the bigger evil I've encountered because it's just
Oh,
torture.
100%. But at the same time, we're not in a position to do anything about
Right.
it in that particular moment.
My character's definitely not going to go murder some mercenary that she says is a bad
Just
guy who
because
works in the
you
black
say
market.
so. Yeah. We have no reason to think.
that no one else would touch. It's like,
I-
why?
Also, I mean,
Yeah.
we could have. I mean, also, I think.
guess we'd be
I
like,
think
yeah, sure.
No. I think I was thinking this, but I don't think that's a smart idea. Because right now, I don't see. I mean, obviously, she is not a good person.
No.
Or I mean, in my character's opinion, and I think our human opinion, our player opinion. But anyway, like, I don't see how she could hold it against us. She offered us a chance to save Omala.
We
turned her down,
Yeah, we said
and we
no.
left. I don't think. I mean,
No.
we haven't done anything wrong.
No.
I mean, other than if she's pissed that like we went.
We didn't threaten her. We
That's
didn't-
true, but
yeah.
I don't see how that's a crime either.
The only thing that's causing a riot
It's
is
her. It's her fault that her man that she let us leave first. She could have had us. She could have had us kept at the gold throne.
True.
And let her men go. Like, she has the power to do that.
It was all a test of penance, and she was never actually going to hurt them. But now his wife and child are dead.
No, they're great swimmers.
And he's doing the executioner's run. So
You're telling me two things. Saz Tam is in Schult, and he has to wait? He has to wait in line to see a merchant prince? Are you fucking kidding me? That's ridiculous.
Is that the Red Wizard dude?
I'm not going to say anything.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Yeah, sorry. What we saw, yeah. Yeah.
You gotta understand, man. He's got time.
He's got all the time in the
He's
world.
got all the time
I'm
in the
just
world.
surprised he's willing to sit there and wait.
What else is he gonna do? He's got plans. You don't know.
I don't care how much time you have if you're a powerful person. Like, the president doesn't wait in line at the DMV.
Right,
He's
but
got to
if-
get a driver's license like
Okay,
everybody else.
right.
He's not waiting in line at the DMV.
Right, but if the president wants to meet with the president of another country,
Depends on the
They don't
country.
wait in the lobby. That's what I'm saying.
they might wait in the lobby.
They might. No, I mean that. I think this shows maybe the. I don't know.
If the society demands it that he's in at that time.
Yeah, sure. Like if he's willing to wait in the lobby, then maybe we should be willing to.
I mean,
Also,
there's another theory you're not thinking about.
They don't know who he is.
No, I mean, you're right, they don't know who he is. That's always possible. This is a really remote, isolated place.
I mean, he might be trying to not. If they don't know who he is, maybe he's trying not to.
I mean, not many people would be so brazen to say their name if they're Saz. Tam. Maybe it's not him.
Sure.
Maybe it's always a possibility. Maybe to throw.
It seems weird to use the name then.
Maybe to throw people off. It really
There are a lot
is him, and he's using his own name. Like that is not him.
You think afterward you're like
He would never wait
I'm
on
really
line.
Sass Tam?
Yeah, like I would.
You
oh
should
yeah,
run.
I'm Sass Tam, and I would wait in line to meet a merchant prince. Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Okay, crazy
I-
person.
Sal, you'll never believe this. I was at the DMV the other day. I'm pretty sure the guy 2 spots ahead of me in line was Obama.
Right.
But it couldn't have been him, right? Because he wouldn't wait at the DMV, right?
Right.
It totally looked like him.
That really looked like him, but
But it couldn't have been him, right?
it's definitely not Obama.
There's no way Obama waits in line at the DMV. Also, why is he in New York?
All right, Mark, I'm gonna end the stream.
So
Yeah, man.
Trump sucks.